She's going to have to go around her on the outside as Kelly is holding the rail. Kelly of North Shore Country Day. Kelly looks more relaxed out there. Brower starting a little more left-to-right motion. Brower to the outside. Maria Brower has come back on Kelly. As we saw earlier, we do not give up on Maria Brower. And she will win this one. After going to second in the final 300 meters, the win to Petersburg Porta. Followed by Rory Kelly, North Shore Country Day. There is Baldwin of Fieldcrest in the third spot. And it looks like Orrit in fourth. Let's check the scoreboard. Brower with a 5:07.96. Kelly, North Shore Country Day, nice race, 5:10.46. Baldwin is third for Fieldcrest, 5:14.89. And Orrit then at a 5:15.77. There's Bruno, the freshman for Seneca, in fifth, followed by McKee. And here's the field in race number 3. Again, a final call for the 200-meter dash to the tent. Final call, 200-meter dash to the tent. And this race will feature Anna Sophia Keller of Effingham St. Anthony. No runner at Detweiler last November ran faster than Anna Sophia Keller, a freshman. She'll be out there on the outside position, blue over red. Bree Chosik of Decatur St. Teresa will be another major factor in this race. And we see Cassie Mundakis of Midwest Central and Manitou, who has already qualified for Saturday. There's your top 3. We'll give you the rest of the field after the start of the race. Heat number 3 of the 1,600 meters. Here you go. In position number 1 is Ryan Block, a freshman for Knoxville. Carly Garnett of Illini West is the 2 runner. Emily Schilling, Shabana, Indian Creek in 3. Carrie Burmeister, Redbud in 4. The 5 position is Cassie Mundakis. In 5 for Midwest Central, Erica Hibzer, Lewistown in 6. Courtney Melton, Oneida Rova in 7. Holly Sin of Hayworth is in 8. Bree Chosik of St. Teresa in 9. Colleen Madden of Carlinville. Madden's had a great season for the Cavaliers in 10. Kelsey Hildreth of Byron, don't count her out. Looks like she's in the lead at the moment. Hildreth of Byron in the 11. Adrian Brower of Porta. We've got another Brower in this one in 12. Anna Sophia Keller, she's the 2 runner right now. Keller for Effingham St. Anthony. And Grace Rowans of Belleville Althoff Catholic in 3rd. And right now, looks like the 3 runner, Schilling, is in 3rd spot. You got Byron's Hildreth in the lead.
Here's the placement for Saturday's 300-meter hurdles for Class 1A. In lane 1 from Kewanee, we have Carissa Roman. In lane 2 from Oregon, we have Sydney Long. In lane 3 from Taylor Ridge, Rock Ridge, we have Devin Hassan. In lane 4 from Fisher, we have Miranda Mary. In lane 5 from Jamaica, we have Jenny Kimbrough. In lane 6 from Chester, we have Sarah Bindell. In lane 7 from Westmont, we have Annie Carlson. In lane 8 from Christopher Co-op, Paige Rogers in lane 8. And finally, topping off the list in lane 9 from Gillespie, Tatum Rostentreter.
All right, Anne-Marie Michael has taken the lead, Anna Sophia Keller has taken the lead right now on Hildreth. And she was right around 2:30. We're seeing if she's a 5-minute runner for this particular event. Brower, Petersburg Porta, your third runner is Schilling of Indian Creek. But there are Brower of Porta, the other Brower sister coming along. It looks like she's gone in there. And then the sixth runner is with her, Hebser of Lewistown. Hildreth staying with Anna Sophia Keller of St. Anthony. Keller, a very unique style out there. Kind of a legacy of the fact she's also a championship swimmer. And Anna Sophia Keller hits the bell at 3:43. She stays at that pace, she'll clearly get in under 5 minutes. And Hildreth still in second, Brower in third. And check a new fourth place here. That is still Indian Creek and Schilling. And then it looks like Carthage. Keller, alone on the backstretch. She's accelerating through this bell lap. 4:19, 4:20 as she enters the north curve. Record 4:46.50. Well, I think that'll stand again, but this is going to be quite the effort by Anna Sophia Keller, freshman for Effingham St. Anthony. She's at 4:37, 4:38. Looks like she'll get home under 5. Second place is Hildreth of Byron. Third looks like Indian Creek. Here she is. Keller will get in at 4:54. 4:54 for Keller. And your second place runner is Hildreth of Byron. Third and fourth coming in. Third place continues to be Schilling. Keller is on the board with a 4:54.93. Hildreth second, 5:02.71. Hebser of Lewistown looks to be in there. There's Bree Shosik of Decatur St. Teresa. She's hitting the 10 spot. Madden of Carlinville in 9. Block in 8th for Knoxville. All right, again in the middle here, you're watching Studeman, but she's got Pearson to worry about as well as Omoiki and Sparrow Grove. So it should be a very even field. There's Studeman in the middle there in the green, and she's trying to edge past Sparrow Grove of Moequa. It is still Studeman. Studeman with Pearson of Elgin Academy on the inside, and she's going to challenge, but it looks like the win to Seneca. In race number 1, big challenge on the inside by Caitlin Pearson. It is Studeman with the win, 25.83. Pearson of Elgin, second with a 25.96. Rhea of Camp Point Central. Strong race for her here. Clean start. Glick in the middle. Hentis outside of her. Litzelman on the inside for Newton. That's Glick. Glick and Hentis, your 1-2. Hentis on the outside, Glick in the middle. Oh, look at the lower lane. That's Miranda Mary of Fisher. Miranda Mary giving Glick a challenge with Litzelman on the inside. It is Glick and then Miranda Mary of Fisher, looking for a qualifying spot for Saturday. Glick has made it again with a 25-328. She's the win. And a clean start. On paper, this is a big battle between 4, 5, and 6 Newhauser, Brown, and McLean. Brown is in the middle in the all red. She looks like she's got the advantage for Aurora Christian. Brown with McLean on the outside and Newhauser on the inside. There's the two Sullivan-Okaw Valley runners. They're going to get second and third. It looks like Brown will win it. Brown for Aurora. And then Newhauser, and then McLean, and Paige Bray in the top 4. The win to Aurora Christian. All right. Mary Bass holds the middle here. Bass for Bismarck Henning in lane number 5. Outside of her, though, you've got Carterville's Madison Meyer. Madison Meyer is leading Bass at the moment, and inside of her, Mattis of Ottawa Marquette. And that's the way the race is going to go. 6-5-4. Meyer, Bass, Mattis in this final heat of the 200. Meyer, 25-42 for Carterville. The Lions in first and qualify for Saturday. Bass is second for Bismarck Henning. Mattis is third for Ottawa Marquette. Fourth place in this race. Still being sorted out.
The 21st Annual Illinois High School Association All-State Academic Team, presented by Caterpillar, was honored the evening of April 21st during a banquet at the Doubletree Hotel in Bloomington. The evening has become a wonderful recognition of America's future leaders. Call the IHSA office for more information about the banquet and how you can become a part of the Illinois High School Activities Foundation. Thanks to Caterpillar for their significant contributions to support this special project.
All right, coming around here on the 3-turn stagger, there's Byron. First to come across. Inside of them, Henry Senachwine. Inside of them, Williamsville. Eureka still holding the advantage in the race from the middle of the field. Now watch the exchange. There's Eureka. Clearly Eureka outside of them, Williamsville. Now the dash to the break line. Henry also in there and coming around. Trying to get something is Byron. Byron trying to swing around and then immediately dive for the rail. Here we go. There's the break. And almost as predicted, there's Byron coming down from 8. Byron in the lead, followed by Williamsville and Henry. Eureka has to push back up. Challenge for third. Eureka. For Byron, 82, that's Ashley Whitmore. She made that move to go down in the rail, then Williamsville with her, and Henry to the outside. Henry and Eureka will go into this exchange. There's Henry, there's Eureka. Williamsville is third, just past 2 minutes. And Byron now fourth. Chester. Yep, Chester is in fifth. That burnt orange over black. Byron with the lighter orange over black. Your leader is Eureka. Very strong leg here by Eureka. Pushing to the lead. They were second after the exchange. See if we can get a number here on our runner. 265 for the Hornets is Larray Shoemaker. And for Henry, 325 at the moment is Amber Carreta. And for Williamsville, 784 on that leg was Tia McCarthy. And now we head to the anchors. Oh, a big battle between Eureka and Williamsville. Williamsville jumps to the lead. 310 mark, 311. It's Williamsville right now. On to the back stretch. That looks like Rachel Rhodes, the senior for Williamsville. Eureka trying to stay with him, and Henry right there too. For Eureka, it's Valerie Knapp. And 7, right? And for Henry, you've got Carreta also, but this win is going to go to Williamsville. Williamsville in the first race, 403. Henry, then Eureka, and Byron. All of them in the lead at some point. But it winds up for the win for the Bullets. 406.64 Williamsville. Henry is second. 403.64 Williamsville. 404.71 Henry. 406.47 Eureka. 407.99 Chester. Then Camp Point and Byron.
All right, here are your results for the girls 1A high jump for Saturday. From Shabana, we have Chantel Kyler. From Aurora, we have Peyton Wade. From Byron, we have Paige Holloway. From Springfield, Hope Toes. From Williamsville, Rachel Rhodes. From Gillespie, we have Kaylee Morris. From Seneca, we have Riley Anderson. From Kewanee, Carissa Roman. And finally, from Minonk, we have Tessa Holland.
They all qualify at 5'2". As this straightens out, there's D-Mac in the lead. Gillespie pushing forward as we head into the three-turn stagger. Gillespie trying to get an advantage. Nashville on the outside running well. And Clifton Central also a factor here. Now watch the exchange with D-Mac first, but inside of them is Aurora Christian. Aurora Christian first with D-Mac. And Aurora Christian now sprints to the lead. You still have Gillespie trying to be in the same position that Byron was. See how they can react at that long stride. Now to the rail. It's Aurora Christian first. Gillespie looking to maybe sneak ahead. Gillespie taking almost the entire backstretch to do it. Awful long, but they go to the lead from the break line. It's Gillespie in first, Aurora Christian in second, D-Mac in third. Fourth place, maybe Cambridge. Let's look at him come around. There's Gillespie. D-Mac into second, Aurora Christian third, Cumberland in fourth, Clifton Central in fifth. And D-Mac now sprints into the lead. D-Mac qualifying out of the 4x8. See if they're going to match it up with the 4x4 as well. D-Mac, Gillespie, Cumberland's in third. Aurora Christian trying to get back in it. They're going to go to second now, sprinting out. And Clifton Central coming around past Cumberland. Clifton Central into third. Clifton Central pushing for second. I'll bet you this is one of the Gray sisters. Clifton Central running very well. Probably won't catch D-Mac on this stretch. D-Mac's runner 4:15. That is Powlick with the lead. But for Clifton, 176 is Claire Peters. Claire Peters, big factor here, and Clifton being in second. Aurora Christian in third. Gillespie and Cumberland battle for fourth. There's Cambridge. Farmington coming up, waiting for the last exchange. We're into the bell. All right, D-Mac in the lead. And running that leg for D-Mac looks like Taylor Moore again. Moore. Aurora Christian into second. Aurora Christian into second. Clifton Central now third. But everybody's still in the mix here as they go into the north curve. They're closing slowly on D-Mac as Moore trying to stay with it. Aurora Central. And then on the outside, this looks like Gray for Clifton Central. Andrea Pace. Pace into second. She's trying to run down D-Mac. It's close, but it's not going to happen. D-Mac first, Clifton Central second, Aurora Christian third. New fourth place, I believe, is Cambridge, followed by Gillespie, Cumberland, Nashville. Here's Farmington. Nice race. D-Mac had to hold on. 4:07:45. Clifton Central.
And here are your results for the finals on Saturday for the girls' Class A 1600-meter run. Running in lane 1 from Illini West, that's Carthage, is Carly Garnett. In lane 2 from Marquette, we have Daniel Orrit. In lane 3 from Petersburg, we have Adrian Boer. In lane 4 from Lewistown, we have Erica Hibser. In lane 5 from Byron, we have Kelsey Hildreth. In lane 6 from Petersburg, we have Maria Brower as well. In lane 7 from Urbana, that's University, we have Anne-Marie Michael. In lane 8, we have Maria Baldwin from Fieldcrest. In lane 9 from Dwight, we have Dally Galloway. In lane 10 from Winnica, we have Rory Kelly. In lane 11 from Tremont is Haley Miller. And rounding out the list from Effingham and St. Anthony, we have Anna Sophia Keller.
And St. Anthony has the lead in this race. As they've come around, run very well. Out of 6, now let's see him come to the rail. That should be Effingham St. Anthony. Followed by Leroy, I believe. And Central A&M in the up position. Watch him coming into the north curve. Just double check. That looks again to St. Anthony. 2:10. The runner is Effingham St. Anthony's Elizabeth Falkenberg. And Marshall. There's Marshall in the 2 spot. Central A&M coming up. There's St. Anthony with the baton. Marshall even closer. 3rd spot looks like A&M. 4th is Tolono. 5th is St. Joe Ogden. St. Joe Ogden challenging to go into the top 4. And now Marshall has the lead. Anna Sophia Keller is running this leg. And she's getting left behind. Marshall running very strong. A&M right with him. Keller trying to stay in 3rd place for the Marshall Lions. And here is A&M sprinting to the front. 4:69 for the Raiders is Spargrove from earlier in the day, capping a nice effort here in her leg 400. It's A&M with 400 to go. Marshall is 2nd. There is St. Anthony in 3rd. Tolono and St. Joe Ogden. Those 2 battle each other all the time. St. Joe Ogden catching up on Tolono. Okay, it's A&M in the lead. Marshall, the Lions, 2nd in this race. 3rd is St. Anthony. And it's a battle between St. Joe and Tolono for 4th. Who has a lead for A&M right now? 4:62. And that is Ryan Dooley. Dooley heading home for A&M. Marshall is 4:38, which is Madison Henry. There's your 1-2. A&M, Marshall, Effingham. Looks like Tolono, and then St. Joe, and then St. Teresa. See how the board makes it. Moweaqua, the defending team state champion, running well here and will qualify into Saturday. They will be a big challenge when the 4x4 brings you down on the team points on Saturday. 4:05.70. Marshall is 2nd.
And here are the results of the girls' 200-meter dash for Saturday. Running in lane 1 from Bismarck, we have Mary Bass. In lane 2 from Fisher, we have Miranda Mary. Running in lane 3 from Sullivan, we have Emily Neuhauser. In lane 4 from Carterville's Madison Meyer. Lane 5 from Aurora, we have Natasha Brown. In lane 6 from Tremont, we have Amelia Glick. In lane 7 from Cincia, we have Willow Studeman. Running in lane 8 from Sullivan, we have Amanda McLean. And finally, rounding out the list once again, lane 9 from Newton, we have Hannah Litzelman.
Here's Illini West pushing to the front. And they are getting more of an advantage going into this exchange. Erie is trying to hold on to 2nd. There is Illini West and then Erie. On the outside of Illini West is Reed Custer. And With them is Bureau Valley, the Storm in the powder blue. The advantage of the break is Illini West. Illini West down to the rail, about midway on the back stretch. Erie right behind. There's Manlius. There are the Storm. Bureau Valley with Reed Custer, the Comets. Far southwestern Will County. Reed Custer in the 4 spot. Illini West with the lead towards the next exchange. Here's Bureau Valley trying to take an advantage on Erie for second place. So far, surprising Illini West with regard to their performance versus Erie, and it's a battle on now as Bureau Valley wants to take down Erie here to get into second. And they're getting there. Bureau Valley into second place. Seneca into the top group now. As you see them enter the back stretch, your leader is still Carthage, Illini West. Bureau Valley isn't letting up. Bureau Valley closing the gap. One step at a time on Illini West. 240, 241 right now. Heading for the anchors, it's still Illini West. For Carthage, right now you got 122 running. That's Grunwald. But who is this Bureau Valley runner? Looks like 427 for the Storm. I'll give it Reagan Widener. And they're off, although a nice advantage there for Illini West after the exchange. Bureau Valley in second, Erie in third. Piasaw. The Piasaw Birds have gone into fourth. We're on the back stretch. There is Illini West. Bureau Valley next in line, Erie third. They're all very even. No one gaining on the other. We go into the north curve. It's still Carthage. 118 in this. This is Mariah Brody running the anchor for Carthage. 421 for the Storm is Lindsay Holfert. Here comes Erie. Trying to get to second, but it looks like they're going to stay in third place to win. Illini West 402. Followed by Bureau Valley at 405 and 406 for Erie. Piasaw Birds trying to hold on. Here's Seneca. Seneca sneaks in next at the 414 mark with a nice race by Piasaw. Here is Luther North coming home and Anna Jonesboro. And when the Wildcats of Anna Jonesboro hit the line, that will bring our 1A preliminary day to a close at 2:52 p.m., 4:40 the time for Anna Jonesboro. Let's look at the scoreboard. The last win of the day to Carthage. Fourth place might very well have been Orrit. Right now, it is the win. All right, you got Sullivan in the middle here. They'll be challenged well by Decatur, St. Teresa, and Erie. Sullivan has the state record, 142.82 from 2 years ago when Emily Newhauser, part of that team, she's on this one as well. So going into the first exchange, everybody holding the stagger well. There is Sullivan in the middle. Let's watch Sullivan-Okaw Valley. And it's even with Erie. Sullivan-Okaw Valley and Erie. There we straighten it out. Outside of them, you got Seneca running, and in between them, there's Byron trying to hold on the center. Byron first and Seneca, Erie, and Sullivan. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4 coming towards the next exchange. Watch Byron and Erie. Sullivan. Sullivan may be first here. Sullivan does have it. Sullivan's got the inside as well. Ooh, look at Sullivan. They are pushing to the lead. McLean, Risley, Nuzzo, Newhauser, and Bowman, team members on Sullivan, Erie behind them as they head to the anchors. Looks like Sullivan's going to survive here. What's the exchanges? Erie holding on there, but it is Sullivan as they straighten it out. Sullivan's runner, 694. That is McLean, Amanda McLean, who was on that record holder a couple years ago. Here she comes again. McLean and Sullivan, Okaw Valley. The win to lane number 5. Followed by 4, St. Teresa, 6 on the outside. That is Erie. Sullivan, Okaw Valley with the win. Here in race number 1 of 4. $144.56 for Sullivan, Okaw Valley. Guns up. Again, Carthage, Illini West as the middle of the race, although stagger very even as they come on to the back stretch. St. Joseph, Ogden, slight move forward. Everybody else very even into the first exchange. So the middle of the field has the advantage in Carthage, and there is Carthage's exchange. Outside of them, Neoga. They would be the 1-2 right now. Running high, here's Fithian and St. Anne. Strong for the outside position, but the race is being controlled by Illini West. Illini West and Neoga. And we head to the exchange. And Illini West will have the first exchange in that series, and it is all Illini West at this point. Neoga, the apparent second, Fithian third, St. Anne fourth through the south curve. It is Illini West. On to the back stretch. Neoga staying with Illini West. Fithian in third. St. Anne in fourth. But the middle of the race is Illini West, and they clearly have the lead now into the anchor. $116 coming home for Illini West is Gracie Bostert, legendary name out of Carthage. Bostert with the anchor here. Neoga is second. 500 for Neoga is Olivia Ott. There's your 1-2. Bostert first, followed by Ott. Illini West in there with the win. Newton, the second best team in the state with a 147.75 out of the sectionals, holds the middle. Newton's had some great results the last couple of years here. The Eagles are in again. Right now they are moving up on the stagger. Very slight, but they're there. Luther North on the outside. Shannon Cullen of Oregon. Competitor 518, report to the discus. Competitor 518 of Oregon, report to the discus. Now on the outside, there's Rock Ridge and Hillsboro. Hilltoppers running as strong as they can in position 8. In the middle is Newton. They control the race from lane 5. Luther North right with them. Newton first. And then you have an exchange. Newton followed by Rock Ridge. Luther North trying to come back. That's Luther North in the middle with the yellow over blue. Luther North now in the 2 trying to run down Newton. Luther North. Luther North coming along. And they have the lead. It all depends on the anchor exchange. Let's watch it. Newton first, then Luther North. And coming around for the Eagles on the anchor. 5:09. That is Litzelman. Litzelman has taken the lead clearly. There's the Storm on the inside for Bureau Valley. 4:21 for Bureau Valley. In this race is Holford. Litzelman with the win. Holford is second. Luther North is third. Then out of lane number 7, it's Rock Ridge. Newton got a scare there from Luther North into the anchor exchange. Another clean start on this day. We've not had to eliminate anyone for jumping the gun so far. Knock on wood, he says. And watch Aurora Christian there in the middle on the red and white stripes. Aurora Christian doing well. There's Nashville running strong in that lane number 7. Aurora Christian, though, looks to have the first exchange. Chester with them. Chester's run well today in these sprints. There's Aurora Christian moving it up right now for Aurora. 39. That is Haggerty. Haggerty now on the outside of Aurora is Nashville, still a factor in there with Chester. It's Aurora, but not by much at the moment. Aurora is away, and then Chester and Nashville. Aurora got a good advantage in that exchange. Aurora straightening it out. Chester running right with him. Aurora and Chester. And inside of them, there's Seton Academy. South Holland Seton Academy. The old Elizabeth Seton High School. And they're in the mix there, holding the inside with Aurora Christian. Aurora Christian and Mother Seton. Seton coming around with Aurora Christian. 38 for Aurora Christian here is Natasha Brown. And Brown has it locked down for the defending state champions as Aurora Christian will cruise into the win and go to Saturday's final. Then Seton. Chester will go in lane number 6, and following them lane number 7, which is Nashville. Aurora Christian 1:45.01. 1:45.01 for Aurora Christian. One of 4, the 400-meter dash. Desiree Walter of Vienna is in 2. Mackenzie Skumal of Oregon in 3. Nicole Bagwell, Tolono Unity in 4. Tessa Holland, Minonk Fieldcrest in 5. Sophie Keith, Pickneyville will be in 6. Caitlin Rea of Camp Point Central in Adams County, Western Illinois will be in 7. Jalea Paisley Vandalia in 8. State's best in the 400 dash this year, Amanda McLean of Sullivan. We saw her earlier in the 4x2. She has a 57.69. The sectional best, Madison Meyer of Carterville. McLean has made the 400 finals at state the last 2 years. She is the silver medalist 2 years in a row. Lanes all the way, one mad dash around the oval. Tessa Holland, fourth best in the state. She's in lane number 5. Now let's see how it is on to the back stretch. Caitlin Rea, not bad there in the middle. And you've got Sophie Keith of Pickneyville. Pickneyville in the powder blue over black. Inside of Keith is Holland. Holland now joining the top 4 group. There on the outside, Vandalia's Pasley. As they come around the scoreboard, Holland has an advantage from the middle, but you also have Rhea on the outside for Camp Point. And right now, it looks to be Rhea of Camp Point Central. Holland trying to hold on for second, maybe moving up. Keith of Pickneyville inside. This win, though, is going to go to lane number 7, Camp Point Central, Adams County. That's Caitlin Rea. Tessa Holland comes in second. Onto the track, here's Emily Gold of Illini West. She'll be in 2. The freshman Andrea Pace of Clifton Central will be in 3. Megan Reed of Cambridge, seat of Henry County, in 4. Here's Willow Studeman back again in the middle for Seneca. Studeman in 5. She's already qualified for Saturday in an earlier event. Rachel Rhodes of Williamsville will be in 6. Maddie Jackson, Kewanee Weathersfield. Anawan Co-op in 7. Savannah Wagner of Princeville, the Princes in 8. Coach from Clifton Central to the dugout. Coach from Clifton Central to the dugout. Gun is up. Clean start. Studeman is in the middle. They're in the green over black for the Seneca Irish. Inside of her, Megan Reed with a nice start. Reed for Cambridge. Reed, Studeman on the outside. There's Rhodes of Williamsville, the Bullets from suburban Springfield now. She is leading the field. Rhodes of Williamsville. 27, 28, 30 seconds right now on the clock, and it is Williamsville in the lead. Trying to get that automatic bid for Saturday. Studeman trying to come back from the middle. Studeman chasing Rhodes. Studeman turns it on. Rhodes starting to fade. Studeman now even with Rhodes. Inside of Studeman is Reed of Cambridge still in there. There is the freshman Pace of Clifton coming along. It's 5, 6, 4, 3. 5, 6, 4, 3. Studeman with the win. Seneca. Rhodes of Williamsville second. 4 is Reed of Cambridge. 3, Andrea Pace, Clifton Central, Iroquois County. McLean, again, has the state's best time here this year with a 57.69. She's in the middle, but we've seen good performances so far today from Weichman, from Oimoki, from Orit. Where do they mix in here? Right now in the middle, you got Oimoki trying to stay with McLean. McLean there in the red-black with the white stripe at the top. That is McLean. Sullivan, the state record is 55.66. Elisa Barron of Bureau Valley set 6 years ago. Here is Amanda McLean. She helped Sullivan earlier in that 4x2. Here comes McLean home, and she is clearly alone, heading for the finish line. Oimoki trying to stay in there with Lyle Sr. Carreta of Henry Senachwine on the inside. The win to Sullivan Okaw Valley. And the battle for second will go Oimoika of Lyle and Carreta of Henry. 56-63 McLean. So she goes under her state best time of 57.69. All right. In the middle here, Madison Meyer. She had a 58.31 coming in from the sectional. As they straighten it out, that's Madison Meyer, Carterville. Those day-glow green socks, the white top and orange and blue, Madison Meyer. She's looking to go after that 56 we just saw McLean post. Let's see how close she gets to it. Coach from Lebanon to the clerk's tent. It's Madison Meyer all the way. There's Sparrow Grove of A&M looking for second. Jessica Staley third for Flora. Hits the finish line right now, 56-57. It's 58. She'll meet her sectional time. McLean will be the obvious leader into the finals. Heat 1 of 4 of the 300 hurdles. The record is 42.96, set by Pan Wolf of Roseville back in 2003. In this race, the middle is Annie Carlson along with Paige Rogers. And Christopher running well. That would be Paige Rogers in 5. Outside of her is Carlson of Westmont. So you got Carlson, and she has the lead after that hurdle. Carlson coming around in lane number 6, Carlson and Rogers. Carlson taking bigger strides, makes another hurdle. Carlson of Westmont heading for the finish. Rogers of Christopher, the Southern Illinois team, is in second here. It will be Christopher in second, the win to the Westmont Sentinels in that race. And the scoreboard, 45.66 for Carlson of Westmont, 47.17 for Christopher's Rogers. Clean start. Now we got to watch Miranda Mary of Fisher. She faded to 4th in the first race that she was a favorite in, and I think she's making it back now. Miranda Mary responding well for the Fisher Bunnies. Here's Mary into the front of the field. She's the only runner other than Kimbrough to go under 45 this season. This is Miranda Mary of the Fisher Bunnies. She holds the middle of the race. Outside of her is Chester's Morgan Anderson, the freshman, the senior Miranda Mary of Fisher. She is cruising there on the inside. Nice run by Elizabeth Bristow. Bristow looking for third for St. Thomas More. The win to the Fisher Bunnies. Followed by lane 6's Chester Morgan, and I think you got St. Thomas More into third. 45-33, the win for Miranda Mary. Atchison of Chester is second. All right. There's Bindle in the orange over black. That's Chester from far southwestern Illinois. Bindle moving up on the field. Bindle now in a good position. Looks like Knox on the outside for Harvest Christian. As they straighten it out, we got Bindle, Hassan, Sidney Long of Oregon. There's Long of Oregon. In between the two of them is Hassan. Hassan of Rockridge. It's still Sarah Bindle. Bindle, but now Long on the outside of Oregon. Hassan trying to the middle. Hassan to second place. There's Roman of Weathersfield. Now we come in. The win is going to go to lane 5, followed by 6, 7, and 4. Lane 5 is Sarah Bindle, followed by 6, 7, and 4. Bindle with a 45.18. Hassan of Rock Ridge in 6 is your second place, 46.54. Long is third for Oregon, 47.35. Roman next in for Kewanee Weathersfield. We need the coaches from Hinckley, Big Rock, and Aurora Christian to the coaches' tent. In the middle is Kimbrough. Kimbrough with Rosentrader on the outside. Rosentrader coming back on Kimbrough. Kimbrough responds. Kimbrough back out in front for Salt Fork, Jamaica. There is Jenny Kimbrough. She has qualified for Saturday once today. Here comes Kimbrough looking for her second win of the day. Kimbrough with Rosentrader, and then Isaac of Patoka. And right now, it's very close for second. It's going to go to Rosentrader. The win to Jenny Kimbrough, 44. She is under 45, 44.66 for Kimbrough, with another qualifier for Saturday for Salt Fork. Rosentrader is second for Gillespie with a 47.44. Isaac, nice race for Taylor Isaac in third. On to the track now. Competitors in the 1,600-meter run. This first race has a field of 13. They are led by Daly Galloway, a freshman for Dwight Co-op. We'll give you the rest of the field after the start of the race. I'll note that you will also see Leah Viano, an all-state runner and past medalist in these distance events here on the track in this race. Viano is in position 4, Galloway in 13. We'll give you the rest of the field after the start of the race. All right, position 1 in this race is Sydney Davidson of the Marshall Lions. Audrey Harrod, Hinckley Big Rock will be in 2. Alyssa Pridemore, St. Joseph Ogden in 3. Leah Viano, who will run for Eastern Illinois in the fall. Viano is in the 4 spot. And we have the freshman, Anne-Marie Michael. We saw her qualify earlier in the 800. Anne-Marie Michael is in 5. Haley Miller of Tremont in 6. Leslie Drone, Hamilton County, McLeansboro in 7. Olivia Rohr of Pleasant Plains in 8. Abby Fisher, St. Joseph Ogden in 9. Rebecca Wirt, Aurora Christian in 10. Jackie Eck, a freshman for Springfield Lutheran in 11. Maggie Arndt of Westmont in 12. Daly Galloway in 13 for Dwight. This is the race where we'll eventually see the current state cross-country champion, the freshman Anna Sophia Keller of Effingham St. Anthony. That will be a big race when Keller comes into the fold. As they go through the first 400, You see Anne-Marie Michael moving up. And Dwight is in there in the all green with Galloway.
We have several results coming your way. Here is the final for the 400-meter dash for Saturday. In lane 1 from Henry, we have Amanda Coretta. In lane 2 from Lussell, we have Ado Samoyki. In lane 3 from Fieldcrest, we have Tessa Holland. In lane 4 from Camp Point Central, we have Caitlin Rhea. Battling for lane 5 from Sullivan, we have Amanda McLean. And in lane 6 from Carterville, we have Madison Meyer. Battling it out in lane 7 as well from Cessna, we have Willow Studeman. In lane 8 from Williamsville, we have Rachel Rhodes. And finally, in lane 9 from Pickneyville, we have Sophie Keith.
Coming around on this race right now, your leader is Tremont's Haley Miller.
And here are the results of the Class 1A shot put. From Gibson City, we have Michaela Bailey. From Mommins, we have Amanda Graff. From Auburn, Katie Gonterman. From Siddle, we have Abby Nicholson. From Arthur, Carly Goodman. From Fulton, we have Chelsea Lefneski. From Decatur, Katie Heiss. From Pleasant Hill, we have Rachel Clowers. And from Oregon, we have Shannon Cullen. From Belleville, Cara Brooks. From Moequa, we have Micah Maples. And from Warrensburg, Kathleen Young, the freshman that we've all been watching today.
All right, in this race now, we're halfway through it. Your leader continues to be Haley Miller, senior from Tremont. There in the green, that's Daly Galloway of Dwight. And then we have Anne-Marie Michael, the freshman all-stater in cross country from University High of Urbana. Fourth place is Lutheran. That is Jackie Eck. And there is Viano of Carlinville. The winners will move on. There will be 3 winners, and then from that, the rest of the group, 9, will make it by time. We have 400 to go. Miller in the lead for Tremont, followed by Galloway, followed by Anne-Marie Michael, and then Springfield Lutheran's Eck and Viano of Carlinville.
Here are the results of the girls' 4x2 meter relay for Saturday. Battling it out in lane 1, we have Burrow Valley. In lane 2, we have the Seton Academy from South Holland. In lane 3, St. Teresa of Decatur. Lane 4, we have Carthage Illini West. In lane 5, we have Sullivan Co-op. Lane 6, we have Aurora. Lane 7 is Newton. Lane 8 will be the Erie Co-op. And finally, lane 9 is Neoga.
As we bring our leader home, Haley Miller of the Tremont Turks. Tremont trying to solidify a big day for the team trophy on Saturday. Tremont is looking to win this race. Here's a strong finish by the freshman Galloway of the Dwight Trojans. Anne-Marie Michael is holding on to third for Uni High Urbana. Looks like 5:10 on the win. Fourth place is Eck. Here's Viano of Carlinville. There's your top 5. Next one coming across is the 1 position. That's Davidson of Marshall, Clark County. She'll be in the 6. And the scoreboard starting to list out the times. The win, Miller 5:10:59. Tremont Galloway is second with a 5:12:32. Michael is third with a 5:20 for Urbana. Then Eck with a 5:22:443. And Leah Viano is fifth with a 5:28:37. Marshall and Davidson 5:37:7, followed by Fisher, Drone, and Herod. Heat number 2. And again, we'll give you most of the field after the start of the race. Heat number 2 of 3. Call for the 200-meter dash to the tent. Call for the 200-meter dash competitors report. This field led by Maria Brower. Petersburg Porta, we saw her in the 4x8 at the start of the day. You'll also have Maria Baldwin in this race, the senior from Fieldcrest. Danielle Orrit of Ottawa Marquette, who has qualified for Saturday, she's in this field as well. That's your top runners, along with Taylor Renfro of Tolono Unity. The field led by Brower, race number 2 of 3. To the starter. In position 1 in this race, we have Carterville's Aurora Breeden. In 2, the freshman Kirsty Ramsey, Kiwani Weathersfield Anawan. Rona Pettis of Henry Senachwine in 3. Avery Lightson, Fulton, the Steamers are in 4. Here's Maria Baldwin of Fieldcrest in 5. Danielle Orrit, Ottawa Marquette in 6. Emma Fennelton, Rockford Lutheran in 7. Fenelon. Jess Clark Leroy is in 8. Eva Bruno, the freshman for Seneca, in 9. Taylor Renfro of Tolono Unity in 10. In 11, Erin McKee, Henry Senachwine, second Mallard in this race, along with Pettis. Rory Kelly, North Shore Country Day of Winnetka in 12, and Maria Brower, the sophomore for the Blue Jays of Petersburg Porta. Very tight field as they come around on the first 400. 10, 6, 5. In that order is Renfro of Tolono. 6 is Orrit of the Crusaders of Marquette. 5, Maria Baldwin. Fieldcrest, as noted earlier, those top 3 in the front of the race. Very tight field. And seeing Bruno out there for Seneca, trying to move up from the back third of the race. She's got some availability on the outside. She's going to move to the top of the back third. And there's 11. That's McKee of Senachwine. Meanwhile, the battle on. There's Porta's Brower. She ran a great anchor in the 4x800 win for Petersburg Porta. 6 is in there. There's Danielle Orrit, Ottawa Marquette. And the 5 runner again is Maria Baldwin, senior for Fieldcrest. She's been a great cross-country runner at Decatur or at Detweiler Park the last few years. Baldwin in the 3 spot. North Shore Country Days, Rory Kelly, senior from Winnetka, in the 4 spot. It is still Porta, followed by Ottawa Marquette, Fieldcrest, North Shore Country Day. And the 10 runner follows. Taylor Renfro of Tolono Unity in the 5 spot. Brower, non-stop at the moment. Brower strong into the south curve. Brower and Danielle Orrit. Orrit is a senior for the Crusaders. As they come on to the backstretch at the 2:58, 2:59 mark. Still a lap and 300 to 200 meters to go. As they're on the backstretch, Maria Brower looking almost exactly the same as she did in the first event of the day, 4x800 meter relay. Brower, now Kelly of North Shore Country Day into second. There's Kelly. And Baldwin is third for Fieldcrest. Fourth place is Orrit. Check this out. New 5th place is the 2 runner, Kirsty Ramsey. freshman for Kewanee Wethersfield. We've got 400 to go. And it looks like Kelly is now challenging Brower. Stride for stride, Kelly. Now Kelly has the height advantage and the stride advantage on Brower, but Brower has been a machine in her approach to these races. Kelly going to the outside. Kelly now in the lead. Brower laying back for the second. The IHSA Track and Field Advisory Committee, the committee and administration and staff of Eastern Illinois University, welcome to O'Brien Stadium for the first day of the 42nd Girls State Final Track and Field Meet. Our competition is conducted under rules and regulations adopted by the IHSA member schools. Sport a winning attitude and practice good sportsmanship today. Remember, attitude is for everyone. Enjoy this 2014 Spring Spectacular. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask that you all please rise and face the colors of the United States. Join at this time our soloist, Skylar James of Charleston High School, for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling, the drums bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. That was Skylar James from Charleston. And now if I may direct your attention to the 20-yard line, where it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you the administrator in charge of track and field and cross country in Illinois, the assistant executive director of the IHSA, Mr. Ron McGraw.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome you here this morning on what we hope to be a beautiful day for our young ladies to compete. We would ask that you respect each and all of our competitors today, and I know you will support each and every one of these young ladies. They deserve your support and the emphatic applause that you're always willing to share with these young ladies at this important time is really important to them, and I know they appreciate it. I would like to ask, every time I step up here, I take the opportunity to ask you to join me in thanking the volunteers, the officials that are here today. Almost none of them are paid. They're here they drive themselves, pay for their meals, etc. They're here to help these young ladies have a special experience, and I'd like you to join me in thanking them. Thank you. It is now our tradition to introduce to you our meet referee for the weekend. A very large job, an important job, and a job that Mr. Rice does very well. But I'd introduce Bob Rice from Danville, and he will read our sportsmanship statement.
Good morning. The Illinois High School Association requires officials to enforce sportsmanship rules. Athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators all have a part to play in this process. High school athletics emphasize the positive values we have worked hard to create: a sense of teamwork, respect, responsibility, and perspective, all attributes of good sportsmanship shared by competitors who demonstrate this good behavior. We encourage and appreciate your assistance in promoting sportsmanship, and we hope this competition will reflect the mutual respect of all parties. Good luck and have a great meet.
Thank you, sir. We would like to take this opportunity to quickly thank Eastern Illinois University and their staff for preparing this wonderful facility for us and providing the opportunity for the young ladies to compete here this weekend. Again, I thank you for your attendance. Let you know that we'll be starting our first race will be on the track here at 11 o'clock. Once again, thank you for coming. We hope you have a wonderful day and a great weekend. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome onto the track our first race of the day, the competitors in heat number 1 of the 4x800 meter relay. Here are your lane assignments. In lane number 2, Elgin St. Edward. In 3, from McLean County, Leroy. The Wooden Shoes of Teutopolis will be in 4. Elmwood Co-op, the Trojans in 5. The Pirates of Toledo, Cumberland will be in 6. Aurora Christian is in 7. Erie, Prophetstown Co-op in 8. In 11. The Pittsfield Saukees will be in 10. Springfield Lutheran in 12. Petersburg Porta will be out in 13. They have the best time for this race coming in to heat number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the coordinator of officials today is Geza Aaron True of Rockford, the meet manager John Polka of River Forest, the meet referee Bob Rice of Danville, the Class 1A starter is R. Bruce Weinman of Dwight with 24 years of service to the IHSA, the assistant starter Lonell Poole of Richton Park. Gun is up. And we have a clean start. The defending champion in this event from 2013, Decatur St. Teresa, did not make it to Charleston. We will have a new champion in this event. Tolono Unity threw their cards on the table, running 9:51.99 at their sectional meet last week. They're capable of running in the mid-940s here. Deer Creek Mackinac runs less than a second off of that mark at 9:52.48 behind Tolono Unity in winning their sectional meet, and they should be pushing Unity for the championship. Petersburg Porta, who you have in this race, they could be a team into the top 3. They're led by all-state runners Adrian and Maura Brower. They ran 10:178 in winning the sectional at Pana, and they can run with those top 2 teams, Unity and Deer Creek. St. Thomas More, Clifton Central have run near 10:04. They'll push for a top spot. That looks like Cumberland in the lead, with Erie Prophetstown coming forward after the first 400. Other teams to watch include the Seneca Irish, Toledo Cumberland, as you see there in the top 2, Hayworth, the Hornets, and Moweaqua Central A&M. A&M is the 2-time defending team champion in Class A, and they had a strong sectional performance last week, so we'll see the Raiders back in this race. At this moment, I believe our leader is Erie, followed by Petersburg Porta and Cumberland in the 3 spot.
Competition for shot put is underway for flights 1 and 2.
Competition for shot put underway in flights 1 and 2. And we're at 147, 148 on the scoreboard clock as Erie Prophetstown has the lead with Petersburg Porta right there, stride for stride. Porta battling for the lead, 5:51. Coming in for Porta is Adrian Brower. She leads now on the home stretch, heading for the first exchange. Erie Prophetstown in second. Third place is the Saukees of Pittsfield in the red over black. There's Tutopoulos in the 4 spot. And the lead and into the second leg is Petersburg Porta, followed by Erie, then Pittsfield. New 4th place will check as they go through the south curve here at O'Brien Stadium. Just past 2:40 on the clock. On to the back stretch they go, and that is still the Blue Jays of Petersburg Porta, followed by Prophetstown, Erie Prophetstown in the 2 spot. And a big separation into 3rd. We'll have to check the number on the 3 runner as the leaders are into the north curve and going past the scoreboard. It's still Petersburg Porta. With the baton right now is 5:54. Keeley Miller for Erie. 2:46 is Cassie Henriken. That's your 1-2. 3 runner, 2:35. That's Elmwood Co-op. That's Gabby Nelson. And there's Pittsfield and Cumberland. Looks like Leroy has come into the top group. And Elgin St. Edward there in the green and white. You're next around. As we go to the backstretch here and getting ready for 200 meters to the next exchange, that's still Porta in the lead with Prophetstown in the 2 spot, Elmwood in the 3, and Pittsfield in the 4, Cumberland 5th. Looks like Leroy in 6 and Tutopoulos in the 7 spot. We'll double check that as they come around for the next exchange. Again, the Blue Jays have the lead as Keeley Miller gets ready to hand it off. Cumberland, Leroy Tutopoulos. There's Tutopoulos overtaking Leroy. Elgin St. Edward, Springfield Lutheran, Aurora Christian. The next runners coming through as they make the next exchange just at the 5-minute mark. So they're halfway through this race at 5 minutes or so. So that's a 10-minute pace. See how much gets made up here in the 2nd mile. Porta with the lead. Prophetstown right behind. You have had first call on the 4x1. This is the 2nd call on the 4x100 meter relay. 2nd call 4x100 meter relay. And here's Petersburg Porta. 5:57 is Anna Tamborski, running a sophomore for Erie Prophetstown. 2:53 is Brooke Remley. 3 spot is Pittsfield. 5:73 for the Saukees is Robbins.
Triple jump, north 10.
This is the first call for the triple jump. Please report to the north tent.
Flight
First
2.
call for the triple jump. Report to the north tent.
Flight 2 triple.
Yeah.
That was flight 2 triple jump. First call. Report to the north tent.
And Petersburg Porta continues the lead onto the back stretch. Top 3 still the same, followed by Erie Prophetstown, Pittsfield. Then Elmwood. G-Town and Cumberland battle for the next 2 spots in this first race of the day on the track. Commanding lead, though, for the Pittsfield for Petersburg Porta. Petersburg from the Springfield area. Here comes Porta. Ready for the anchor leg. Tamborski coming around. Pittsfield starting to challenge Erie. for the 2 spot. Elmwood, Teutopolis, Cumberland, your next runners on to the home stretch. T-Town trying to move forward, and at the 7:25 mark, Petersburg Porta, and the anchor underway, followed by Erie, Prophetstown, and Pittsfield. '52, it looks like Maria Brower, the sophomore, with the lead, and she's about to go into the curve with the rest of the field in the middle of the back stretch. Maria Brower for Petersburg Porta. Porta, coming from the sectional, again had a time of 10:01.78. So they look to better their sectional time here as they approach 500 meters to go. And now a new second place. Teutopolis has moved up on Erie for the wooden shoes. 7:18 is Weichman. Weichman has taken second place in this race for Teutopolis, followed by Erie, Pittsfield, Toledo, Cumberland, and Elmwood. And we have had the bell. And Brower enters the back stretch, while the rest of the field starts into the south curve. Brower at the 9-minute mark with less than 300 to go. Brower running very strong out there. No loss in pace, 9:18, 9:19 as she comes around the scoreboard. Maria Brower, Petersburg Porta. Let's bring her home all alone and heading for the finish line right now at the 9.5 mark. They should be able to break 10 in this first race. Meanwhile, the battle continues between Teutopolis and Erie. 7:18 versus 2:48. 2:48 is Brianna Jensen for Erie. 7:18 Weichman, and Porta is home at the 9:50 mark. Here is Erie and Jensen getting second place back. That looks like Pittsfield in 4th, and Elmwood in 5th, Cumberland in 6th, Springfield Lutheran on next, followed by Leroy. And
Flight 3 and 4 in the shot put.
First call for flight 3 and 4 in the shot put. First call for flight 3 and 4 in the shot put.
the official time for Petersburg Porta, 9:48, 8:22. They will advance to tomorrow's finals. The winners in each of these 3 plus the next 9 will follow to the finals on Saturday. But in this one, Petersburg Porta has secured their spot in the Saturday finals.
And it's done.
On to the track, heat number 2 of 3. Here's the field of competition in lane number 2 from Southern Illinois, Nashville. In 3, Eureka. The Hornets from Woodford County in 3. Salmonok will be in 4. The Titans of the Kewanee Weathersfield Anawan Co-op will be in 5. In the middle of this race, and these are super alleys as they set up, Seneca, the Irish, will be in 6. Aledo, Mercer County from northwestern Illinois in 9. Liberty will be in 10. The Litchfield Panthers in 11. Moequa, Central, Assumption, and Moequa. The Raiders will be in 12. Mackinac Deer Creek leads this race in position 13. Gun is up. Into this race, Mackinac with a 9:52.48 out of the sectional, second best in the state. Early lead there. There's Eureka. Eureka, always a force in distance events. As they head past the break, early look at this. That's Eureka. Deer Creek in the red and black in the 2 spot. Eureka, green over black in the lead. I've got to get a confirmation on number 3 as they head into the curve. Your leader is still Eureka through the first 200. Mercer County is up in the 4 spot. 360 right now is the 3 runner. And that is Kewanee Wethersfield. The Titans coming up into second. Wethersfield, Anawan. Eureka still in the lead after 400 meters. Deer Creek Mackinac in third. DMAC in the 3 spot. On to the backstretch again. Eureka still in the lead. Looks like Quincy McSweeney is the leadoff runner for them. Final call, flight 2 triple jump north pit. That is McSweeney in the lead for DMAC. 440. 411 is Johnson coming in second. Anawan Wethersfield in third. 4th place is Mercer County. And the 5 runner, I believe that is Saumonauk in the blue and yellow. And the first exchange is underway. Harshberger of St. Thomas More needs to report to the long jump. Harshberger, St. Thomas More report. Now a battle on as DMAC has taken the lead over Eureka. We'll check those runners as they come around. Now Eureka responds. Out to the outside. The Hornets back in the lead. 271 for Eureka is Stephanie Wiegland. 410 for DMAC is Botdorf. And 354 for Wethersfield is Dana Bailey. Saumonauk is in the 4 spot. Saumonauk wearing the yellow with blue trim and piping. And the battle still continues between DMAC and Eureka. Both these schools out of the same neighborhood. They're in the Mackinac Valley to the west of Bloomington Normal. Now they're even. DMAC on the inside, Eureka on the outside. 3rd place is Wethersfield, the Titans from Henry County. New 4th place might be Central A&M. We've had final call on the 4x100 meters to the tent. Final call, 4x100 meters. Eureka back in the lead with Wiegland. 2nd place, DMAC. 410 is Botdorf. 3rd place is 463. Here is A&M. That is A&M now pushing for 3rd into the next exchange. 2-time defending team champion, the Raiders from Central A&M. They don't have everyone back from last year, but they're going to be a factor in the team championship for sure. Now Eureka has taken off in the halfway mark. Second call, flights 3 and 4 of the shot put. Second call, flights 3 and 4 of the shot put. Eureka with a big start off of that exchange at the 1 mile mark. But DMAC has caught back up with Eureka. And that is A&M in third. Fourth place is Kewanee Weathersfield. To the north curve, we'll check our runners at this time. For Eureka, 270 is Wiegland, Michaela Wiegland. It's a team of Wieglands on this group. 468 for A&M. Now in third is Selena Sloan. And now DMAC into the lead at the 6:05 mark. Halfway to exchanging it to the anchors. DMAC in the lead as they hit the backstretch. Let's check that. It may be Chelsea Powlick, a freshman. Number of freshmen on this DMAC squad. Second best in the state in this event. Eureka right there. Slightly behind. And we're going to check in here as DMAC comes around. 4:15 is Chelsea Powlick. And Eureka's runner, 270, which is Wiegland. A&M is in third, 468. Again, that is Selena Sloan. As we head to the anchors, the 7:14 mark. Here we go. 7:19 and DMAC's underway in this second race of the day. And they're opening it up on Eureka. Good lead for DMAC. A&M is in third. This is spaced out now between the top four groups. Aledo is in the top five right now as our leader all the way around and heading for the north curve. That's DMAC. The runner is 4:14, which should be Taylor Moore. 261 for Eureka is Valerie Knapp. Knapp in second. Taylor Moore leading this race for DMAC. 4:58 for Moweaqua is Michaela Cole. There's your top three.
Final call for flights 3 and 4 in the shot put. Final call for flights 3 and 4 in the shot put.
On the backstretch now is Taylor Moore for DMAC. Eureka. Here is Moore coming home for DMAC. 9:27, 9:28, 9.5 for DMAC. They'll improve on their sectional time. Eureka in second. 261 is Knapp. And third place will be Central A&M. 4:58 is Michaela Cole. And Seneca coming in next. 6:14 for the Irish is Eva Bruno, a freshman. Looks like they'll get the 4 spot. So the time's now going up on the scoreboard, and the win to Deer Creek Mackinac, 9:42.58. They improve on their sectional time. Eureka with a 9:53, 125. Morequa A&M is in third. Weathersfield in fourth. Seneca finishing in fifth. In this second race of 3, again, we've had final on the 4x100. We've had final call on the 4x100. The clerk's tent has asked me to remind all competitors, and coaches need to assist this. Bib numbers are to be worn on the front of the singlet. Bib numbers must be worn on the front of the singlet. Here's Nashville coming home. 476 is Shaylin Hyman for the Nashville Hornets. And that'll complete race number 2 of 3 as we get just past 11 minutes. Our final preliminary of the 4x800 now on the track. Here's the field of competition. Chester, the Yellow Jackets, will be in 2. In 3, Carterville, the Lions in 3. Lena Winslow from the Wisconsin border area, the Panthers of Leno in 4. Pleasant Plains, the Cardinals will be in 5. Clifton Central in 6. Anna Jonesboro of Southern Illinois will be in 8. Urbana University, the Illinics, will be in 9. Their neighbors in 10. The Champaign High School of St. Thomas More will be in 10. Byron, the Tigers, will be in 11. Hayworth will be in 12. And the state's best, Tolono Unity, the Rockets, will be out in 13. Number of teams from the Champaign-Urbana area in this race. Again, we've had final call on the 4x100. All competitors should be in the tent. Again, in this race, Unity leads the field into the state final with a 9:51.99. Tolono Unity from just south of Champaign-Urbana on the U.S. Route 45. The Rockets, always a great team in distance running, and they have some great battles with St. Joseph Ogden, who we've yet to see in the field. St. Joe should be around in this race as well soon. There's Lions, there's Carterville, Pleasant Plains in second, Clifton Central from along I-57 in northern Iroquois County in third, and we get St. Thomas More coming up in the picture. And there's your first group, everybody bunched together as we go through the first 400, around the 112 mark. Carterville, white over black with the orange socks. Carterville in first, Pleasant Plains in second. St. Thomas More battling for third on the inside, and the Sabres have it. And they're weaving their way through. Now Pleasant Plains in the lead.
Third call for the third flight of the triple jump. Report to the south pit. Third call for the third flight of the triple jump. Report to the south pit.
And the battle is on here, heading to the first exchange. Pleasant Plains, Carterville back into the lead, and St. Thomas More right behind. 105 for Carterville is Breeden. And now second place, St. Thomas More. Third is Pleasant Plains as Carterville is ready for the exchange. St. Thomas More into second, Pleasant Plains into third, 2:25. We'll call that time on the first 800 meters. Into the south curve. It's still Carterville in the lead. Now a battle for second. Check that as everybody's coming together there in the 2 spot. And to the outside now, new second place past Pleasant Plains and St. Thomas More. That's Clifton Central into second and starting to gain on the Lions. 171 coming from behind is Hannah Gray. 578 for Pleasant Plains at the moment is Hamilton. And for St. Thomas More, Carolyn Dodds. Carterville still in the lead, but now Clifton Central has found the accelerator as they hit the south curve. Carterville and Clifton Central. Clifton looking to see if she can go to the outside as they straighten it out for the back stretch. And gaining and now even is Clifton Central. Clifton Central into the lead. Hannah Gray come from behind here on Carterville. Really nice leg of the race for Gray and Clifton. Running for Carterville, 108 is Cammie Hankins. 171, that should be Gray in the lead. Hankins pulls back on her. 737 in third. That's Tolono Unity. Unity wearing the purple over black. The Rockets have been fairly quiet in this race where they're the state leader. Carterville has the lead most of the way. And we are at the 5-minute mark. It's halfway through this 3,200 meters. Carterville continues in the lead. Looks like 106 there for Carterville's. Is that Ashley Childers? Childers with the baton for the Lions. Second place still Clifton Central. Tolono now in third. There's Carterville. And 106 is Ashley Childers, a sophomore. 173 for Clifton Central is Laidhoff. 730 for Tolono Unity is Nicole Bagwell, a freshman. And here is St. Thomas More trying to come up on Pleasant Plains. And Unity has moved into second. First 2 races, the favorites have secured their place into Saturday. That's now questionable in race number 3 with Carterville continuing in the lead. Childers has led them into a lead at this point. Unity is in second. Third place is Clifton Central. Pleasant Plains and St. Thomas More battle for fourth. Let's check our leader as she comes through the north curve. It is still Childers. 106 for the Lions. Tolono Unity 730 is Bagwell. And Bagwell has made up a bit of the gap. And she's looking to accelerate here as Childers tries to move in on that anchor exchange, and now it's Unity into the anchor. Tolono Unity back in the lead. Unity and Carterville, your 1-2. At the 7:35 mark. And the field about to be lapped as Unity and Carterville look to decide this race in the anchor leg. Carterville not giving up. Let's see who we've got on the anchors as they enter the north scoreboard area. For Unity, 740. 740 is Hannah Stone. For Carterville, 107 is Scarlett DeRoos. And Clifton. No, we've got a new third. That's Anna Jonesboro. 18 is Olivia Miller, a freshman. We might want to check that. That might be a lapped runner at this time. The field now really being lapped. As Clifton Central is coming up, your leaders are in the bell around the 8:40 mark. It's still Tolono. Tolono is Stone. DeRoos is the runner for Carterville. On to the back stretch. Who's got it now for that straightaway move? Tolono. Hannah Stone. A come from behind into the lead just at the anchor exchange. And now it looks like it's a struggle for Carterville. As Stone has enough in the tank. 9:20, 9:21 for Tolono as they come around. And it looks like Tolono Unity still has it for this home stretch. Let's bring them home. And a battle for second now as Clifton Central, 175. In here is Andrea Pace, a freshman, is heading for second place for Clifton Central and trying to gain it, but this win will go to Tolono Unity at the 9:49 mark. And a battle on for the rest of the places right now as St. Thomas More tries to move up on Pleasant Plains. Carterville continues to fade. Let's see how they come in. Tolono Unity with the win, 9:49.54. Clifton Central come from behind into second, 9:53.98. It's Pleasant Plains in third, 10 minutes flat plus 17, 10:01.81 for Carterville. Their lead finalizes to fourth place. Brave race for Carterville, but fading in the last 300 of the anchor. Carterville in 4, and now they're sorting out everyone else who barreled in after the top 4 across the line. So the 3 favorites from each race have advanced to Saturday's final, along with the 9 best in time, and that's it for the 4x800 meters.
The following vehicle needs to be moved. It's blocking another vehicle in the TAE lot north of O'Brien Field. The license plate of the Buick Rendezvous is 7594880. 7594880. It's a Buick Rendezvous. Please move your vehicle.
In the 4x100 meter relay, this is Aurora Christian's race. And it could be a defining event in the 1A state championship, as Aurora Christian has the fastest team time in this event with 9:49.79. Prophetstown will be right behind them. This will be our first look at Decatur St. Teresa, who is the team cross-country champion at Detweiler this year. Of course, this record is 48-51 by Seton Academy 2 years ago. In the middle is Tremont. Let's look at the stagger. It's Tremont, and I think St. Teresa's got a nice start. As the exchange goes along, that is, I believe that's St. Teresa with Tremont inside of them. St. Teresa has the lead in this race. And there you go, the Bulldogs with another exchange as St. Teresa's coming around, Tremont right with them. And there's Manlius Vero Valley in the 3 spot as we go to the anchors. 199 for Teresa. And then you also have got Glick. Glick coming up. You're going to hear that name a lot today, a defending state champion in other events. This is Tremont with the come from behind win with the anchor leg by Amelia Glick. Decatur St. Teresa, very strong. 199 was Shannon Quayle. All right, this is heat number 2. Again, in the middle is Illini West, Carthage. And they're running strong into the first exchange. There in the middle, there's Illini West. On the outside, Marshall. The Lions running well. There's Illini West, Marshall in the red. In between them is Byron. Byron in the orange over black. It's still Illini West. Coming into the third exchange. And Illini West really pulling out on this one as they come around. Here comes Illini West. 118 is your anchor, and that would be Mariah Brody. Brody, Byron on the outside. On the inside, Fithian Oakwood. And coming out is Sherrard. The win is going to be in Illini West with Byron, and then Fithian Oakwood on the inside. Mariah Brody with the anchor. Carthage, 49-74. Erie's in the middle here. They're the white over red. And they're starting to move up. On the outside of them is Henry. And the first exchange, Henry with a little advantage on Erie. Henry in the red and black. They're the Mallards from the Illinois River Valley, north of Peoria. Watch this exchange. It's still Henry. Outside of them, Peoria Christian. Henry and Peoria Christian holding on the middle of the track. Erie trying to catch up with him. There's Seton on the inside. Here we go with the anchors. Seton first. Seton with Henry. Erie battling. Here's Henry trying to come back in. This one's going to be tight at the finish line. This one's going to go lane number 3 and then 6. It looks like Seton first, Henry second. Strong race for the Mallards. And we're away. Watch Aurora Christian there in the red. Over red with the white piping, and with them Chester is hanging with Aurora Christian. Neoga running strong on the outside. First exchange, Aurora to the front of the field, but there on the outside you've got Central A&M. A&M not bad here as they go to the next exchange. Let's watch. There's Christian first, and now you've got A&M fading back here as it's all Aurora Christian. Aurora Christian on the inside of them is Chester. Aurora Christian and Chester as they straighten it out. Chester just behind Aurora Christian, but now it's a dash to the finish. It's Chester and Aurora Christian with Neoga trying to hang in for third place. This one will go Aurora Christian, Chester, Neoga, and then lane number 3, Gibson City, Melvin Sibley. The Falcons running well, and we'll watch for that official result now. It is Aurora Christian with a 49.84. They're under 50. Chester with 50.51. And third place is the Neoga Indians at 51.14. Gibson City is fourth at 51.41.
Clerk's in press box.
And we're underway. Watch the middle here. On the outside, you've got Vignos running well. Now you got Peyton Wade. Peyton Wade is going to get the advantage here as she's finishing up the hurdles. Peyton Wade will come in. We've lost one runner, and she'll get up and finish in lane number 8. That was Kirby of Seidel. And here we'll have Devin Hassan of Taylor Ridge Rock Ridge in 2. Ryan Dooley, Moequa, Central A&M in 3. Michaela Gaylor, Fithian Oakwood in 4. Sydney Long of Oregon will be in 5. Victoria Young, Waterloo Jabot Catholic in 6. Kylie Knox of Elgin Harvest Christian in 7. Abby McGinnis of Peoria Christian in 8. And the Robinson Maroons will have Michaela Thomas out in 9. This is heat number 2 of 4. And the gun is up. Head coach of Neoga report to the clerk's tent. Head coach Neoga to the clerk's tent. Sydney Long has the lead. Gaylor trying to work with her. On the outside is Young of Jabot. But right now the win is going to go to 5, then 6 with Dooley pushing on the inside. Looks like Sydney Long with the win for Oregon. We'll wait for the there it is. Long with a 15:38. And here in the middle, watch Kimbrough. Kimbrough battling Bartolome. Now it's Kimbrough all the way. There in the middle, Jenny Kimbrough, a sophomore, heading for the win. Kimbrough with the win and a big battle for second as Aubrey Carlisle might be in there as well. Let's see how things sorted off after the win by Kimbrough. Kimbrough with a 14:60. And we have your state's best in 5. That is Erin Johnson, Trenton Westglen. Sarah Bindle of Chester will challenge her on the outside in 6. Leroy is in 7. Kelsey Walker. And we have Morgan Atchison in 8 for Chester. 2 Chester runners in this race in 6 and 8. And Megan Schregel of Knoxville from Knox County in 9. There's your field with a substitution in 1. Brown of Weathersfield. All right, let's see how Johnson runs. And Johnson immediately being challenged by Bindle. Johnson's getting a little bit of advantage here. Johnson of Westglen. Westglen continues opening it, but right with her is Bindle. It's going to go Johnson, Bindle, and then on the inside, Bennett of Fithian Oakwood. That's your top three in this event. Let's check the clock, and that follows with a 15:41 for Johnson of Trenton Westglen. Bindle of Chester is second, 15:50. Bennett for Fithian Oakwood with a 15:64. Kenzie Baker of Aledo will be in 2. Tia McCarthy of Williamsville in 3. In 4, Courtney Stockwell, a freshman for Rockford Christian Life. In the middle, Miranda Mary of the Fisher Bunnies will be in 5. Madison Meyer, Carterville in 6. Emily Newhauser of Sullivan, Okaw Valley in 7. Hannah Litzelman, Newton in 8. And Paige Bray of Carthage, Illini West in 9. We'll go to the starter. Miranda Mary had a great indoor season for Fisher. Right now, on the outside of her, Meyer has the lead inside of Mary. Stockwell of Rockford Christian. This one's going to go to Carterville. Madison Meyer appears to have the win. Heat number 2. Into the blocks. Here's the field. Lauren Nagel, Gibson City, Melvin City in 2. Amanda Carreta of Henry Senachwine in 3. Jenna Layden, Decatur, St. Teresa in 4. Mary Bass of Bismarck Henning will be in 5. Edose Omoiki of Lyle Senior in 6. Mariah Woods, South Holland Seton Academy in 7. Courtney Colbert, Erie Co-op in 8. And Emma Meyer, the freshman from Vandalia, will be on the outside in 9. This is race number 2 of 4. Call again for the 800 to the tent. Call for the 800 meter run to the tent. Gun is up. All right, here the battle is between Bass and Omoiki. And they're very even there in the middle. There's Bass and Omoiki, and even across there to Woods. This one's going to go even into the finish line. Almost too close to call. Nice race by Layden of Decatur St. Teresa. And yes, the clock is still figured. It is Omoiki of Lyle Senior with a 12:45. Woods of Seton is second with a 12:50. Let's move on to heat number 3. Megan Headley of the Byron Tigers is going to be into lane number 2. Mackenzie Rucker of the Chester Yellow Jackets in 3. Hannah Gately, Elmwood, Co-op, the Trojans in 4. In the middle is Willow Studeman, Seneca, the Irish in the middle in 5. Caitlin Pearson, Elgin Academy in 6. Mackenzie Mattis, Ottawa Marquette will be in 7. The Crusaders in 7. Madison Henry of the Marshall Lions, Clark County, a junior in 8. And Virginia, Mackenzie Mush will be in 9. Middle here for the Seneca Irish, the state's second best out of the sectionals. Studeman Guns up. Studeman from a standing start back down again. Studeman trying to hold on with Pearson of Elgin Academy right with her. Now it is Studeman. Studeman now going, oh, it's got very close. She might have been caught by Pearson. Very close at the end. It is Pearson. In lane number 2, Emily Burkett, Christopher. The Arcola Purple Riders will have Samantha Reese, a senior, for Arcola in 3. Brianna Branch of Chicago Hope Academy will be in 4. In the middle, the defending state champion in the 100, Amelia Glick, senior of the Tremont Turks. Her teammate, Kylie Black, Tremont, will be in 6 next to her. Maddie Meyer, a freshman for the Bombers of Argenta Oriana, will be in 7. Callie Hentis, Redbud, will be in 8. And the Piasaw Birds of Southwestern, Piasaw has Lauren Jenkins, a senior, in 9. Final heat of the preliminaries of the 100 dash. 800-meter run is next. Gun is up. Glick has a 12:45 coming into this race. She is the state's best, and Glick shows us why as she opens it up to the finish line. Glick heads for the finish, and it's a battle for second. Her teammate Black was in there. Let's see how Amelia Glick posted on the scoreboard. A 12:26 for Glick. Stephanie Brown, the great runner out of Downs Tri-Valley, has the state record in this race, 2:09.12, set in 2009. Call for the 4x200 meter dash. Call for the 4x200 meter dash to the tent. In this field, we have Cherry Miller, Chester, position 2, Sydney Brokaw, Aledo, Mercer County in 3, Kristen Clark, Hinckley Big Rock in 4, Mariah Brody, Carthage Illini West in 5, Audrey Herod, Hinckley Big Rock, second Big Rock runner in this race in 6, Miko Iguia of Elmhurst Immaculate Conception Catholic in 8, Olivia Draminsky, Kiwani Weathersfield, the Titans in 9, Abby Galusha, Williamsville in 10, Jayla Pasley of Vandalia in 11, Courtney Monier of Leroy in 12, and there's your leader, Quincy McSweeney, Eureka in 13. Tight field here coming along. It's still McSweeney, new runner, into the lead here. That is Audrey Herod of Hinckley Big Rock. We're going to double check that coming in. It is Herod of Hinckley Big Rock in the lead. McSweeney in second. 5 and 2 follow. That's Mariah Brody of Illini West. and Sherry Miller of Chester. Chester in the burnt orange and black here, and then you have Carthage is Brody battling now McSweeney for second place. McSweeney trying to move back on the leader, which is Audrey Herod, a freshman for Higley Big Rock. We're going to bring her home here. There's McSweeney to the outside. McSweeney to the lead. Herod on the rail. Illini West and Brody. Brody trying to move up now. Brody trying to challenge McSweeney. Brody into the lead. Brody for Illini West, and here comes back Herod as McSweeney fades to third. We got Chester in fourth. That's Sherry Miller. Good race there, a lot of exchanges. The win is to Carthage's Brody, 2:20.77. Heat number 2, out onto the track. Again, we'll give you the field after the start of the race. Hannah Stone for Tolono Unity. Stone a big factor in the Rockets' win earlier in the 4x800. Stone leads this field. Race number 2 of 3. The winners will move on, along with the top 9 in time for a field of around 12 into the finals. In this race, position 2 is Madison Butler of Neoga. In 3, Carterville will have Aurora Breeden. In 3, Holly Sin of Hayworth. The Hornets in 4, Claire Mesa, Rockford Lutheran. Mesa's been an accomplished distance runner. She's in 5. Allie Pankey of Pleasant Plains in 6. Corey Riley of Erie Co-op in 8. Madison Johnson, a freshman for Knoxville, in 9. Morgan Powers of the Shelbyville Rams is in 10. Valerie Richter, Harvest Christian Elgin in 11. Emma Henderson, a freshman for the Tuscola Warriors, will be in 12. Hannah Stone, Tolono Unity, in 13.
Listen up, sports fans. Stop by your local sports authority where you'll find everything you need for your favorite sports. Sports Authority is proud to be the official sporting goods retailer of the Illinois High School Association. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
And your early leader here is Claire Mesa. And there is Breeden of Carterville in second. Mesa's got the lead with 400 to go. Mesa, and then Carterville's Breeden in second. And that was around 1:14 as Mesa continues to lead the field for Rockford Lutheran. Second place, the 3 runner, followed by the 10 runner. The 3 runner is Breeden, the 10 runner, Morgan Powers of Shelbyville. Powers now moving up. Powers into second for the Shelbyville Rams, looking to see if she can catch Claire Mesa. That's your 1, 2, 3. Mesa, then Powers, and Breeden as they go through the north curve. Mesa still holding on. Powers seeing if there's an opening to the outside. Powers here. Now you got Tolono Unity's Hannah Stone. Stone trying to make a race to the finish. Mesa still holding on, with Shelbyville's Powers trying to find the inside. Powers along the rail. Powers to the inside. Powers and Mesa. Powers and Mesa. I think it's Mesa. And everything given on that race. We've got Shelbyville's Powers, I believe, went down. The clock still sorting it out. It looked like Mesa to me, but it was oh so close at the finish line. And now race number 3, final call on the 4x2. This is led by the defending state champion, Cassie Mundakis, the junior, Midwest Central, Manitou. We'll give the rest of the field after the start of the race. Gun is up. Position 1 in this race is the freshman Brooke Miller, Anna Jonesboro. Lexi Davison of Newton will be in 2. Reagan Kelly, the High School of St. Thomas More, Champaign in 3. Riley Fischel of the Arcola Purple Riders will be in 4. Alyssa Pridemore, St. Joseph Ogden. Here are the Spartans in position 5. Watch the freshmen here. Anne-Marie Michael of Urbana University in 6. Jessica Jennings, Lebanon. The Greyhounds in 8. Rebecca Wirt of Aurora Christian in 9. J.C. Roper, Carlinville in 10. Paige Orrit, Ottawa Marquette. Orrit in 11. Megan Gray of Clifton Central in 12. We saw them run well. And Cassie Mundakis in 13.
And here are the finals for the 100-meter hurdles for Saturday. In lane 1 from Newton, we have McKendra Bartholomew. In lane 2 from Waterloo, we have Victoria Young. In lane 3 from Chester, Sarah Bindle. Lane 4 from Trenton Wesleyan, Erin Johnson. Lane 5 from Siddell, Jamaica, Jenny Kimbrough. In lane 6 from Oregon, Sydney Long. Lane 7 from Aurora, Peyton Wade. And in lane 8, we have Haley Bennett from Oakwood. In lane 9, we have Devin Hasten from Taylor Ridge.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as advertised, Mundakis is in the lead, but right behind her is Anne-Marie Michael, the freshman out of University High Urbana. Mundakis being challenged by Anne-Marie Michael. And the battle for third place, you got 11, 5, and 3. 11 is Paige Orrit of Ottawa Marquette. 5 is Pridemore, St. Joseph Ogden. 3 is Reagan of St. Thomas More. Mundakis opening it up as she heads onto the home stretch. Your defending state champion, Cassie Mundakis, looks to go to Saturday's final. But Anne-Marie Michael may very well join her on time. Michael will get second. The battle on for third. St. Joseph Ogden's Pridemore trying to come in on third over Orrit. Anne-Marie Michael is second. St. Joe Ogden third.